Hi, I'm Dr. Robin Andrews. I'm from New Zealand, a social anthropologist, and I'm visiting IIT Karagapur just for a few days at the moment, and so I was asked to give this short lecture about cross-cultural communication based on my experiences of coming to visit India. So it's not particularly structured. I may move from topic to topic, so please excuse me as I do that, because I've written a few notes, but really this is off the top of my head based on my experiences. So it's 20 years, this month actually, so it's a nice time to be invited to do this. It's 20 years since I've been coming to India. I arrived the first time ever at the end of December 1996 with my family, and I've come every year or every couple of years since then. So I've got used to a lot of things now that perhaps, so I'm trying to think about what some of the early impressions I had, so that I could, because as I said, I've got used to a lot of things now, so the cross-cultural communication isn't so much of an issue, but still I find new things. Now, when I first came, I would really want to come to India because two of my brothers and one of my sisters had been here, and they had loved their experiences of holidaying in India, and it was a country that I knew I could get by with English only. So. And in my preparation to come, and as I was finishing a degree, I learned as much as I could about India, so that I would be prepared, so that I wouldn't have too many shocks, I guess. So I took papers on gender and looked at Hindu women's position in society. I took a philosophy paper and looked at Hinduism and various other papers. One of the things that struck me when I came here that I hadn't really realised, being a Westerner, being a professional woman, I was used to being treated pretty much the same as men. And one of the things, even though I'd read, one of the things that really struck me was that gendered, patriarchal aspects of society that influenced all sorts of aspects, even as a tourist. For example, when my husband and I and our children turned up at a hotel, I was never asked for my name. It was always my husband. When we were introduced to, if we met new people, it was always my husband that was introduced to the other men. I was usually not introduced, and certainly not introduced to other women. So that gendered aspect did make, I sort of tried to resist that in various ways, and my husband supported me in that too. For example, he would say, "No, you go and pay the hotel bill, or you order at dinner today." Even though it wasn't what the waiters obviously expected or wanted. So, sort of little minor rebellions. Now, some of the things that I noticed early on was that were different from Western countries. I've travelled quite extensively through other Western countries, as well as having lived in New Zealand for a long time, obviously. One thing I noticed was that I got stared at a lot, and my daughters who came with me that first time and other times, they also got stared at a lot, which doesn't happen really in New Zealand. And if I looked at somebody who was staring at me or staring at one of my daughters, that didn't break their gaze. So that was something that it took a little bit of getting used to, and I just realised that people were curious, but it did make me feel self-conscious, and made the girls feel self-conscious. In terms of feeling self-conscious, something that can contribute to that, justifiably I think, is how we dressed, how me and my girls, who were teenagers at the time, dressed, and it's something that I'm still conscious of 20 years later. Although I think I spend quite a lot of time in Calcutta, and it's more cosmopolitan there, but there are some areas of Calcutta that I would always wear either a shalwar kameez. I mean, I really like shalwar kameez. I think the fabrics are beautiful, and they're easy material, easy styles of clothing to wear. So if I go to some places like some of the busties, or some areas, say areas that are high population of Muslims, or conservative Hindu areas, then I will make sure that usually I wear a shalwar kameez, or else something extremely modest. Generally in India, I do. I dress modestly and really encourage, if not completely insist, when I can, I insist that my girls do the same. So, you know, wearing shirts rather than singlet tops, and even though there are a lot of very Western dressed young women in India, I don't want the combination of immodest dressing and their white skins to draw more attention than they really than they need. Okay, so that's something that I'm always conscious of. As an academic, the issue of dress also comes up. Something I've noticed as I've visited institutions in India and in other parts of the world. In India, certainly for a conference, as lecturers, the women and the men, but there's not so much difference in the men between Western and Indian men. But the women, you know, dress really quite formally, really beautifully. In New Zealand and in some other Western places, I think we can be a bit too casual. You know, it's not unusual for a woman to wear jeans to work, maybe jeans and a t-shirt. If they wore jeans and a t-shirt to a conference, to present at a conference, I would be thinking, oh, she maybe could have worn something a little bit tidier than that. Often if it's a 3-day conference, you can tell the day that somebody is going to present, because they will wear something that is a bit tidier than on the other days. But that's, you know, so some people are also like, you know, probably more like me, that feel as though they should dress up for their own presentation. And talking about the workplace environment too, something I've noticed here that doesn't happen in New Zealand to the same, you know, to anything like the same extent, is the way we greet each other. So at the start of the year in a lecture, I will say, "Hi, I'm Dr. Robin Andrews, but you can call me Robin," and they do, and they email me, you know, "Dear Robin, such and such." They treat me with respect, but they do use that name, and I know that doesn't happen in India. And Indian students I have, they don't feel comfortable with that either, so they would call me ma'am, and I know that happens in institutions here as well. There in New Zealand and other Western countries, we're less hierarchical in the workplace, as well as generally. You know, we know who is higher positioned by their titles, but that doesn't mean that we don't chat with them, have a coffee with them, use their first names when talking to people who are higher or lower, for that matter, in terms of ranked position in the university. We still so we're conscious, but we don't enact, I think, those differences as much as happens in an Indian system. I've been in India where I've been involved in organising a conference, and I know it's, you know, very hierarchical in terms of who needs to be approached, in what order, in what way, in order for the conference to go ahead. And that's something I've had to learn as an academic over the last few years, rather than as a tourist, which I often come to India as well. In terms of so address is sort of one verbal thing. There's also some words that we use differently. One is that when somebody has passed away, so for example, if my grandfather has passed away, then people might come up to me and say, I'm sorry to hear of your grandfather's death or your grandfather's passing. Whereas I understand that does not happen here. You would talk about that they had expired. Another word that another term that I picked up recently is soft skills. Somebody was talking about having gone to an Anglo-Indian school where they had picked up English and literature, and in their English medium school they'd picked up certainly the content of the subjects that they were being taught, but they said the other thing that they really appreciated about going to an Anglo-Indian school, English medium school, was the soft skills that they had picked up along the way. I didn't know what they meant by that, and asked them, and they said, things like, things that they described it as etiquette and manners. And if they ate at school, they said that they also learnt to use cutlery. They had a lot of experience with cutlery. Lots of Westernised Indians do use cutlery, of course, but they said that was something that was reinforced through their schools. And some of the niceties in language, the pleases and thank yous, and other skills of manners that they put down as manners. Now, what else would I like to say? I think over the time that I've been coming to India, there is more Westernisation, more cosmopolitanism. It's easier to get a coffee. In South India, it was always easy to get the yard of coffee, which is good coffee to have. Now there are baristas, there's cafe coffee days, and the people who frequent those sort of middle class places are more Westernised as well in their dress, in their deportment, in their knowledge of the world. Other sort of middle class places that I've noticed come up over the last 20 years are the multiplex cinemas, the malls, which have the top end brands. I do sometimes wonder how many of the population, what percentage of the population are able to purchase anything at those malls. But certainly that's a big difference over the years. So I'm just going to go back a little bit to dress again. So in India, as I said, particularly for women, I feel that it's really important for Westerners as well to dress modestly, to be aware of where they're going, what they're doing, who they might see during a day. If they're going to use public transport, in the West, on the other hand, people are the sort of one thing that determines what they dress is the weather. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? That'll determine. That'll play a part in decisions of what clothing is going to be worn. Okay, I think I've said what I was going to in terms of the notes that I've written here. Of course, as soon as this finishes, I'll think of other things that I wish I'd mentioned. But for this session, I thank you for listening to a New Zealander talking a little bit about some of the cultural aspects she's noticed in coming into India for these last 20 years. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tilman Knopp. I'm 22 years old and I'm a student from Technical University Munich in Germany. This semester I spent my time at IIT Kharagpur, where I study mechanical engineering. It's a great honor for me to be allowed to study at this high institute, which is which contains mostly students who are the top of the top, the intellectual elite of 1 billion people. These academic studies on this campus are very nice as you share everything together. You will have the hostels where everybody stays together and also spend your academic life at the academic area together. In contrast to Germany, where you only have the academic area and you don't live together. The campus offers many activities and is very beautiful and calm and has the best opportunities to fulfill your full potential. But also studying with in these classes, which are top level, and these professors, is a great experience for me, but of course things and lectures are different. So as you see, not only the studies are a great experience for me, but also the small differences in every detail, which where I can learn in cultural differences every day. There are so many examples where I learn about small differences, other cultures, other peoples, other ideas, and which enlarge my horizon by far. I think these experiences will help me a lot in my future when I will work as an engineer for an international company where I will deal with people from many different cultures who have many different backgrounds who need to work together. So thank you for allowing me to study at IIT Kharagpur. Thank you.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm waiting for the professor.
Yeah, me too. Class will start.
Yeah.
Did you do the assignment?
I did it. Quite terrified.
I was so
I didn't
busy.
complete it, you know.
Yeah.